Shalom. Uh, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rakal Kadash, giving double honor to the apostles and elder of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the brothers pushing truth and sincerity. Alright, I'm doing this video on Ecclesiastes, the 7th chapter, the first 5 verses, because I was just reading over them, and it crossed my mind that it's just a real common thing seen in the truth, and that's a good thing. All right, for people in the truth. All right, I'm gonna just get right into it and bring the scriptures out. It says, "A good name is better than precious ointments, and the day of death." It says, looks like let me start over. Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 1. A good name is better than precious ointments, and the day of death than the day of one's birth. All right, so your day of death is better than the day of your birth. Why? Because when you're born, this is just a test. You born into a test or hell. This will be hell that the so-called Bible speaks of. Or since these Christians always, the wacky tacky Christians talking about hell, this is hell. All right, and the day of death is the day of rest. So I don't know about you, but I prefer to rest than to work all day. And right now, this just to the Lord, 1,000 years to us is a day. So this day to the Lord, I'm working right now. I'm alive. I'd rather be resting. You know, not to tell the Lord strike me down where I stand, but you know. Verse 2, it is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting, for that is where the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart. Why is it better to go to the house of mourning? That's the place where you learn. It's a place of low, a place of humble. You go to the house of feasting. Let's just put an example. You got people nowadays, they chill at home, they study, they just worry about themselves, And then you got those people that's always out partying, always at the club, always drinking. All right, and what sound like a better life to you being in this truth? All right, because if you always out partying, we live in Cleveland. I live in Cleveland. So you should know by now, you party 365 days every night, you would not make it to see next year. Okay, because living out here is like a battlefield. All right, that's what it means. The house of mourning is way better. You might be sad, even though it's a balanced Proverbs 11:1. You might be sad and all, but I'd rather be sad and alive than dead and happy. I don't want to die. I don't want to be happy and die. Who wants to get gunned down at a party for having fun? Like the scriptures say, I'd rather be a living dog than a dead lion. All right, but it's also a balance with that too, because the spiritual world. All right, verse 3. Sorrow is better than laughter, for by sadness of the countenance the heart is made better. All right, and it's true, because when you in a low state of sadness, or when you just in a low state period, that's when you better yourself. All right, look at Job. He went through all that shit, and it made him twice as rich, not only physically, but mentally, spiritually. That was a growing experience for him. That would be a growing experience for anybody. When you down at your lowest, that's how you see. That's where you find yourself. Okay, that's how you know deep down inside how you are. All right, because anybody could talk the talk. Everybody talk about being the best at this and that, but when it come down to it, who really would it? And that's when you at your lowest part. That's when you find yourself. All right, because we in a spiritual battlefield right now. We fighting these principalities of high powers. All right, these demons. All right. So, hope that little part was edifying. Verse 4. The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of the fool is in the house of mirth. Why? Because who's looking for mirth in America right now? These fools. All right. Why? Because look at, for example, look at Yahweh Shah. He wasn't out partying. He was going through severe sorrow, but he was pushing his word. He was constantly learning his word till he was the word, you know? And I can guarantee you he was going through sorrow, sleeping in bushes at nights, not having a place to lay his head, and he the king of all kings. That's a fucked up feeling to feel. But he's the ultimate king, so why not? So why wouldn't you follow in his footsteps? You know? And then this it say, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth. Who these pastors, TD Jakes, one another Jet, Creflo Dollar, something like that. These rich pastors living their best life. They ain't teaching you nothing but love, love, love. And that's a false balance. That's an abomination because it's a false balance. All right, and they heart is in mirth. They buying mansions, jets, chilling, feeling the breeze of these beaches. You got to be a fucking fool to want to follow in their footsteps, leading the flock astray. All right, this verse 5. It is better to hear the rebuke of the wise than for a man to hear the song of fools. Why? Would you rather hear these smooth words, or would you rather hear these words that's gonna hurt like nails? Me personally, I'd rather hear them words that hurt like nails. Why? Because them nails gonna crack open a new shell, and it's gonna eventually create a new you. It's like a sculpture. It's slowly making you. When you hear those smooth words, they bounce right off you. You don't even hear them. Like they smooth. They slide right off you. They go right over your head. You ain't trying to hear it. That's like rebuke. When you get rebuked, you should be thinking after you get rebuked, like, damn, what can I do better? All right, well, I hope this was an edifying video. I want to give our praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rakal Kadash, giving double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings. Those brothers pushing truth and sincerity and abide with bull.